God's gospel is aggressive and on the move to reach every man, woman, and child. And yet the latest statistics show that 4 out of every 5 people in South Carolina will not attend church this Sunday. Across the board, major denominations are losing ground as they close more churches each year than they're able to start. However, our God is sovereign and has a plan for redemption and rescue. This is the basis for the passion and mission of Mission Carolina. Mission Carolina officially launched in August of 2010 with a mission to glorify God and join His redemptive mission by giving every man, woman, and child in the Carolinas repeated opportunity to see, hear, and respond to the gospel of Jesus Christ through the mobilized church of North and South Carolina. In order for this vision to become a reality, there are several things that have to happen. First, gospel transformation. Through His people, the gospel is on the move and already dispersed across the Carolinas. The Spirit of God must awaken this reality as we have been called to make disciples and saturate this area with the redemptive love and message of Jesus. Second, church partnering. No one church can get this job done alone. Therefore, existing churches must come together with the mindset that we are companions and not competitors. God's vision of every man, woman, and child will be the necessary leverage that forces church collaboration out of the realm of nicety and into necessity.
The fact of the matter is, it is quite arrogant for me to think that the congregation that I shepherd can bite off the upstate of South Carolina, which is 1.3 million people, and give them the repeated opportunity to see, hear, and respond to the gospel. Therefore, we have to work in partnership with other churches. And not only do we have to work in partnership, we have to be committed to planting other churches. And so at the heart of Mission Carolina really is this: let's keep planting, but let's also partner with existing. It's not either or, it's the ultimate both and for the sake of the gospel.
Third, church planting. We desperately need new churches in this state that have a heart and passion for Jesus and that share His passion for the lost. New churches that are focused on seeing the kingdom advanced instead of merely building their own empires, and that have an impulse to reproduce more missional churches.
The task of trying to reach every man, woman, and child in North and South Carolina with the gospel is so daunting that you can't even get your mind around it. So the only way to really penetrate such a large people is to put local churches in almost every neighborhood. You have to penetrate different socioeconomic levels. You have to penetrate different ethnic groups. And you also have to multiply leaders who can lead those churches. So our goal is to plant as many churches as possible, because it's through the relational networks that people already have. That's how they're really going to get in tune with the gospel. And that's only going to happen if it happens in their neighborhood.
Thus, our goal in each region or city is to form a regional or city-based network of churches that will take responsibility for reaching every man, woman, and child by mobilizing disciples, partnering with other churches, and planting new missional initiatives.
If you're broken over lostness in your city, if you want to see lives changed by the gospel, if you want to see God's people engaged in what God is doing to take the gospel to every man, woman, and child in your city and to the ends of the earth, then it's almost a no-brainer. Let's connect together, let's get after together, because together we can do a lot more than what one of us on our own could ever possibly do. And so Mission Carolina is that opportunity for a pastor to really get connected with the heart language of what God has called us to do, which is see people's lives transformed by the gospel and see disciples engaged in what God is doing to take the gospel to every man, woman, and child.